When is Easter this year? Easter is a widely celebrated holiday that holds great religious and cultural significance, marking the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is a time of joy, reflection, and renewal for millions of Christians around the world. One of the interesting aspects of Easter is that its date changes from year to year, which often leads to the question, when is Easter this year? The date of Easter varies each year as it is a movable feast. It is determined based on a complex calculation that involves astronomical factors and religious traditions. The specific date of Easter is determined by finding the first Sunday after the Paschal Full Moon following the vernal equinox. In the Gregorian calendar, Easter can occur between March 22nd and April 25th. However, it's important to note that the date can also differ in the Eastern Orthodox Church, which follows the Julian calendar. In 2024, for example, Easter will be observed on March 31st in the Gregorian calendar, while the Eastern Orthodox Church will celebrate it on May 5th. Key takeaways: Easter is a significant holiday commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The date of Easter changes every year and is known as a movable feast. The date is determined by the first Sunday after the Paschal Full Moon following the vernal equinox. In the Gregorian calendar, Easter can fall between March 22nd and April 25th. The Eastern Orthodox Church may celebrate Easter on a different date due to following the Julian calendar. The origins of Easter and its symbols. Easter, known as the most important Christian holiday, commemorates the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. This religious observance holds deep significance for Christians worldwide, symbolizing themes of rebirth, redemption, and hope. However, the origins of Easter extend beyond Christianity, incorporating elements from pagan traditions. The word Easter itself is believed to have derived from various sources. One theory suggests that the term originated from the Hebrew word for Passover, Pesach. Another hypothesis traces its roots to the German word Ostern, meaning east, symbolizing the dawn of a new day. Additionally, Easter may have been named after a pagan spring goddess, Istra. Easter is associated with several symbols that have become synonymous with the holiday. These symbols often represent fertility and rebirth, reflecting the theme of resurrection. The most popular Easter symbol is the egg, which has been a powerful symbol of new life and fertility since ancient times. Decorating eggs and exchanging them as gifts is a widespread Easter tradition around the world. Another iconic symbol of Easter is the bunny or the Easter bunny. This tradition can be traced back to German folklore, where the hare symbolized fertility and new life. Over time, the Easter bunny became a beloved character associated with Easter egg hunts and delivering Easter baskets filled with treats. In addition to eggs and bunnies, another prominent symbol of Easter is the lamb. The lamb represents Jesus Christ, often referred to as the Lamb of God in Christian symbolism. The lamb symbolizes innocence and sacrifice, reinforcing the religious significance of Easter. Overall, Easter's origins intertwine religious beliefs with ancient practices, creating a holiday that blends Christian and pagan traditions. The symbolism of Easter eggs, the Easter bunny, and the lamb adds depth and richness to the celebration, making Easter a cherished and culturally significant holiday. How is the Easter date determined? The date of Easter is determined based on the ecclesiastical approximation of the March equinox. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the Paschal Full Moon following the vernal equinox. This means that it can occur between March 22nd and April 25th in the Gregorian calendar. However, the date can differ in the Eastern Orthodox Church, which follows the Julian calendar. Calculating the date of Easter involves several factors, including the vernal equinox and the Paschal Full Moon. The vernal equinox marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and occurs around March 20th or 21. The Paschal Full Moon, on the other hand, is the first full moon after the vernal equinox. The Gregorian calendar, which is the most widely used calendar today, is used to determine the date of Easter in most Western Christian churches. However, the Eastern Orthodox Church follows the Julian calendar, which can result in a different date for Easter. It's important to note that the calculation of the Easter date can be quite complex and involves formulas and astronomical calculations. These calculations ensure that Easter aligns with the seasonal and lunar cycles, preserving its significance in the Christian faith. To provide a visual representation of the Easter date calculation, refer to the table below. Gregorian calendar, Julian calendar, March 22nd, April 3rd, March 23rd, April 4th, March 24th, April 5th, April 25th, May 8th. As shown in the table above, the Easter date can vary depending on the calendar used. While the Gregorian calendar allows for a range of dates from March 22nd to April 25th, the Julian calendar can result in Easter dates between April 3rd and May 8th. It's worth noting that these dates are approximate and may differ slightly in specific specific years. Easter dates for next years if you're planning ahead for your Easter celebrations. Here are the upcoming Easter dates for the next few years. Year Easter date, Gregorian calendar, Easter date, Eastern Orthodox Church, 2024 March 31st, May 5th, 2025 April 20th, April 20th, 2026 April 5th, April 12th, 2027 March 28th, May 2nd. Mark your calendars and start planning for future Easter celebrations based on these dates. Whether you prefer to observe Easter on the Gregorian calendar or follow the traditions of the Eastern Orthodox Church, there are plenty of opportunities to gather with loved ones and engage in meaningful rituals that capture the essence of this sacred holiday. Note, the Easter dates for the Eastern Orthodox Church are based on the Julian calendar. Easter traditions and celebrations. Easter is celebrated with various traditions and activities around the world. Different countries and cultures have their own unique customs and rituals associated with Easter. Let's explore some of the common traditions and celebrations. Attending religious services. One of the central aspects of Easter is attending religious services. Christians gather in churches to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ and participate in special Easter Sunday services. Decorating Easter eggs. Decorating Easter eggs is a popular activity during Easter. People dye or paint eggs in vibrant colors and patterns, symbolizing new life and rebirth. Different cultures have their own unique egg decoration techniques, such as pisanka in Ukraine or the egg rolling tradition in the United States. Participating in Easter egg hunts. Easter egg hunts are organized in many communities, bringing excitement and joy to children and adults alike. Hidden eggs are scattered in a designated area, and participants search for them. The person who finds the most eggs is often rewarded with prizes or treats. Exchanging gifts. Exchanging gifts is another common Easter tradition. Family members and friends give each other presents as a symbol of love, appreciation, and new beginnings. These gifts can range from small tokens to more significant items like clothing or jewelry. Enjoying festive meals. Easter is a time for feasting and sharing special meals with loved ones. Families and friends gather together to enjoy traditional dishes that vary from country to country. Some popular Easter foods include roasted lamb, ham, hot cross buns, and various spring-themed desserts. Easter traditions around the world. Let's take a look at some unique Easter traditions celebrated in different parts of the world. Country tradition. Greek Easter celebrations involve attending church services, candlelit processions, and the cracking of red-dyed eggs. The eggs are cracked against each other, and the person with the last uncracked egg is said to have good luck and joy. Spain. In Spain, Holy Week processions take place in many cities. Participants dress in traditional robes and walk in solemn processions, carrying religious statues through the streets. These processions embody the intense spiritual and cultural experience of Semana Santa, Holy Week. Sweden. In Sweden, children dress up as Easter witches and go door to door, exchanging drawings and paintings for candy. This tradition, known as Påskeringar or Easter witches, is similar to Halloween trick-or-treating in some countries. Poland. Polish Easter celebrations include the tradition of Swikanka, where families bring baskets filled with special foods, such as eggs, bread, sausage, and horseradish, to be blessed by the priest. The blessed food is then shared and enjoyed as part of the Easter meal. These are just a few examples of the diverse Easter traditions and celebrations around the world. Each country and culture brings its own unique customs and rituals to make Easter a special and meaningful occasion. The history of Easter. The history of Easter can be traced back to ancient times, where various cultures and civilizations celebrated the arrival of spring and the concept of rebirth. These ancient celebrations form the origins of the Christian holiday we know today as Easter. Ancient cultures, such as the Babylonians, Egyptians, and Persians, held festivals in honor of the spring equinox. These festivals symbolize the rebirth of nature and the rejuvenation of life. As Christianity began to spread, the celebration of Easter adapted and incorporated elements from these pagan rituals. Easter is the demonstration of God that life is essentially spiritual and timeless. One of the main influences on Easter comes from the Jewish holiday of Passover. Passover is an annual festival that commemorates the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in ancient Egypt. The Last Supper, which Jesus shared with his disciples before his crucifixion, is believed to have been a Passover meal. The crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ became the central event of the Christian faith, and Easter became the annual celebration of his resurrection. The name Easter itself has been derived from various sources, including the Hebrew word for Passover, the German word for East, and the name of a pagan spring goddess. As Christianity spread throughout Europe, different traditions and customs associated with Easter developed. These included the decorating of eggs, which symbolize new life and rebirth, and the Easter bunny, which is associated with fertility and abundance. Easter is the only time when it's perfectly safe to put all your eggs in one basket. The Christian celebration of Easter evolved over time, combining these ancient rituals and beliefs with the core elements of Jesus' resurrection. Today, Easter holds immense religious significance for Christians around the world, symbolizing hope, redemption, and the promise of eternal life. Ancient Easter celebrations. Ancient cultures celebrated the arrival of spring and the concept of rebirth through various rituals and festivals. Here are a few examples. In ancient Egypt, the festival of Ishtar marked the rebirth of the sun god. The Norse celebrated the arrival of spring with the festival of Easter. The Romans held the festival of Hilaria, dedicated to the goddess Cybele. These ancient celebrations laid the foundation for the development of Easter as a Christian holiday. Easter in different cultures. Easter is celebrated in diverse and fascinating ways around the world, with each culture bringing its own unique customs and traditions to the holiday. Let's explore some examples of how Easter is celebrated in different countries. Greece. In Greece, Easter is a significant and deeply religious holiday. The celebrations begin on Holy Thursday and culminate on Easter Sunday. During this time, elaborate church services are held, and people participate in processions and reenactments of the Passion of Christ. On Easter Saturday midnight, the resurrection service takes place, with the symbolic lighting of candles and the proclamation of Christos Anesti, Christ is risen. Families gather for feasts, and traditional dishes like lamb, soriki, a sweet Easter bread, and red-dyed eggs are enjoyed. United States. In the United States, Easter is often associated with fun and festive activities. Children eagerly await the arrival of the Easter Bunny, who is believed to bring baskets filled with chocolates, candies, and small toys. One of the most popular traditions is the Easter egg hunt, where children search for hidden eggs in their backyards or designated areas. These eggs are usually brightly colored and filled with treats. Families also come together for special meals, including a traditional Easter ham.